Good morning.
Morning.
Victoria Owen, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Morning, Howard White, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Morning, Ann McNeill, West Palm Beach.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. For anyone who just joined us, we're currently reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And who I need you to mute your phone. If you are not muted or can't mute, we will mute you so that we don't have feedback in the the background. And then you can unmute yourself by pressing the star key twice. So just press that star key twice, and when it's your turn, then you can begin to speak. When it's your turn, you're going to say your aha moment that you got out of the reading for the week. You're going to say what your goals are for the upcoming week, as well as if you accomplished your goal from the last week. So who would like to get us started?
This is Carla in Philadelphia. I can start. Carla Hill in Philadelphia.
Go right ahead, Carla. And I know you're going to be going over the taking inventory as well.
Yes, I'll start that. So the taking inventory, since we are in the end, chapter 7 on organized planning has the following subsection. Take inventory of yourself. 28 questions you should answer. Annual self-analysis is an essential in the effective marketing of personal services, as is annual inventory in merchandising. Moreover, the yearly analysis should disclose a decrease in faults and an increase in virtues. One goes ahead, stands still, or goes backward in life. One's object should be, of course, to go ahead. Annual self-analysis will disclose whether advancement has been made, and if so, how much. It will also disclose any backward steps one may have made. The effective marketing of personal services requires one to move forward even if the progress is slow. Your annual self-analysis should be made at the end of each year so you can include in your New Year's resolutions any improvement which the analysis indicates should be made. Take this inventory by asking yourself the following questions and by checking your answers with the aid of someone who will not permit you to deceive yourself as to their accuracy. And my aha moment comes from the chapter on desire, which was a homework assignment on a subcommittee of National Association of Black Instruction. And one of the things that we talked about was for the upcoming year is coming up with the amount of money you deserve for the upcoming year. The first step from chapter 2 on desire. First is 6 steps. And I'll just read the first step. It's in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It is not sufficient merely to say, I want plenty of money. Be definite as to the amount. There's a psychological reason for definiteness, which will be described in the subsequent chapter. And just skipping to the 5th step, it's write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for acquisition. State what you intend to give in return for the money and describe clearly the plan in which you intend to accumulate it. And I've written that out before in terms of reading that chapter, and I was in my aha moment that I need to do it consistently before I add a new habit. So what worked for me, that's where I was reading it, the instructions are read it twice a day, one when you wake up in the morning and one time in the evening. And I put that written piece of paper on my pillow, and it was working, and I stopped with the reading. So my aha moment that I need to go back to that and begin doing that to make that a consistent habit going into 2026. My commitment last week was to read the self-confidence formula daily. Read and write it daily. I do this 3 times a week. My goal is 7, so I did not make that. So my commitment for this week is to go back to that affirmation statement and read that both in the morning and in the evening, along with writing the self-confidence formula daily until they both become habits. So thank you for your service, Beverly, and thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to go next just because this is just confirmation for everything that Carla just said, because I was starting the book over, and many times we kind of skip past the forewords and the stuff at the beginning of the book and just skip right to chapter 1. And so I generally try to read everything that's in the front of the book as well, because it kind of informs what you're able to get out of the book as well. And so I was reading the foreword by Bob Proctor, and it said to read the chapter on persistence every day for 30 days and do that at least twice a year. So that's where I was reading in persistence. But then the first couple of paragraphs in persistence said, go to chapter 1 and read what Carla just read, which was the 6 steps. And so I focused my reading on the 6 steps. And, as Carla just read them, find the exact amount of money that you desire, determine what you're going to give in return for that money, establish a definite date by when you want to accomplish that, when you want to receive that money, create a definite plan for carrying out your desires, and begin at once, whether you're ready or not, to put that plan into action. And then, as Carla read, write out the clear, concise statement, and then read that statement twice daily before retiring at night and first thing in the morning. And it says, as you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of that money. And that was my aha moment. And, we, of course, many of us have been reading this book, you know, for more than better than a year, a few years I have. And so I've read this before. I've done this before. I've accomplished, what I set my goals to before. But sometimes somehow just over the course of time I got away from it, and I was just uh renewed and refreshed to start this over again, especially as we're going into, participating in the accountability mastermind that's happening in January. And as we are starting out on a new year coming up soon, this was my impetus to get ready and get prepared for what's going to be happening in the new year. So this was my aha moment, and I'm very excited about it. And the 5th step, which was to write out a clear, concise statement, it put me in mind of a Bible scripture that says, write the vision and make it plain. And when you see it, then you can run with it or take action on that. So that writing of your plans and your goals is very important. And I hope that we can all commit to do that, no matter what our plans are. So thank you for allowing me to share. I'm going to continue to read the persistence chapter for the next 30 days. And thank you for allowing me to share. And who would like to go next?
Okay. Hi. Hi, this is Sherry Robinson, the Savvy Business Consultant. I thank you for you guys hosted this. This is awesome. I've been in this space since 2009, and I am on chapter. I think it's chapter 7 in this book that I have, and it's organized planning, desire into action, the 6 steps to riches. So this resonated with me as I educate business owners, all levels of business owners as well, as a savvy business consultant. On one of the pages, it stated, "A quitter never wins and a winner never quits." That resonated with me in this chapter because sometime in life, life happens, life comes at us, where I was stripped. I had to go back and check my ego, make sacrifices, let go, but I didn't quit. So I had to rebuild and rebrand myself. And when I saw that, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. And where it also talks about no follower of this philosophy can reasonably expect to accumulate a fortune without experiencing temporary defeat. And when defeat comes, accept it as a signal that your plans are not sound. Rebuild those plans and set sail one more toward your goal. And if you give up before your goal has been reached, you are a quitter. So that really resonated with me. And one more piece in this chapter, where it talks about millions of people go through life in misery and poverty because they lack a sound plan through which to accumulate a fortune. So there's a lot of good nuggets in this chapter as well. And as we attended my first event for the Accountability Mastermind in January, they had the 30 major causes of failure was in this chapter. And then take the inventory of yourself, which is huge. I'm also sharing that with my mastermind that I just started. I had my first meeting this week. So yay. And just what I'm committed to doing is to complete the annual self questions that are on here. That's going to help me get my life plan email. My commitment is to email my plan back to the Accountability Mastermind team by Wednesday next week. So I'm really enjoying this chapter. So thank you for allowing me to share.
Thank you so much. That is awesome. And congratulations on getting your mastermind started. I know it's going to be successful. Okay, who would like to share with us next?
I'll go next. This is Monique with Atlanta.
Go right ahead,
And
Monique.
so, all right. Good morning, everyone. So, reading chapter 7, decision, and I think for me, in the chapter, it talks about like indecision is one of the greatest causes of failure. I feel like the Napoleon Hill teaches that successful people make decisions quickly and stand by them, while those who struggle often delay, doubt, fear, and have criticism, right? And so I gather that progression begins the moment a decision is made. And for me, that aligns with faith. It's like once God gives clarity, hesitation isn't wisdom, it's fear. And this chapter often reminds me that obedience often requires decisiveness, even when every detail is invisible. And sometimes that can be scary, but obedience is better than sacrifice, right? So my commitment this week is to move faster on decisions I already have clarity on and trust that correction will come through action.
Awesome. That is great. All right, who would like to go next?
This is Victoria Noel. I'll go next. So it seems like it's a theme here. Organized planning is the chapter that stuck out to me as well. My aha moment was this self-analysis questionnaire. I realized that I haven't been doing that every year. I haven't been taking inventory of myself. So my goal for this upcoming week is to go ahead and get that done, to go through those list of questions and answer those for myself. What I did not mention is this past week,
I did achieve my goal. My goal was to identify those people that I feel will help me achieve my goals and have regular meetings with them, set up recurring meetings on a weekly basis. And I did that. I actually had meetings this week, and we have those scheduled for next week as well. So, yeah, that's it for me.
That is great. Thank you for sharing. Who's next? We're on a roll, and it seems like, great minds think alike, and we're all in, have a synergy going on the theme that we're talking about today. Who's next?
I can go next. This is PDA in Miami. So my aha would come from the chapter on sex transmutation. And it is the idea that the same way people can be out of alignment or out of balance with sex, you can have those same out of balance with drinking or eating or not exercising or that kind of thing. This week, I started the questions that we've been talking about in the organized planning chapter. I answered 7 questions, and I intend to answer another 7 today until I get to all 28. And I wanted to say, in terms of my goal and accountability, my goal is to continue meditating and journaling daily and to read the self-confidence formula. And something that happened to me over the course of this is when I first joined these meetings and I wrote that self-confidence formula, I was reading it every morning and every night. And then one day it dawned on me that all I was doing was reading it. I wasn't actually doing the things that I said I was going to do when I was reading it. And so this call has really helped me. The consistency has helped me awaken to my responsibilities and doing the things that are actually on the formula. Thank you for allowing me to share.
That is great. For anyone joining us, we are currently reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And are you clear about what you want in your business and or your life? Are you seeking accountability to stay on track and achieve your goals, especially when it comes to finances? So be a guest at Clarity Mastermind on the first Tuesday of the month at 5 p.m. every first Tuesday. So for January, that date will be January 6, 2026 at 5 p.m. And you can find the link to join us in the Think and Grow Rich International Mastermind Association Facebook group. So don't miss this opportunity. All right, who'd like to share next? If you think you have ways that you've benefited from this call, who do you know who could use accountability to help build momentum in their life? Invite them to join us on the next Friday Accountability Mastermind. They can register on Eventbrite under Think and Grow Rich Friday Accountability Mastermind. Let's help others stay on track and achieve their goals as well. All right, who would like to share next?
Bev, it's McNeill. I was waiting to see if anybody else was going to share before I shared my aha.
Go right
and also
ahead.
my commitment. Thank you so much. My aha from the reading, I'm reading in the Sixth Sense Principle. And the section that I'm on that gives me pause, if you will, building character through autosuggestion. Being an earnest student of psychology, this is the author's words, I knew, of course, that all men have become what they are because of their dominating thoughts and desires. I knew that every deeply seated desire has the effect of causing one to seek outward expression. Here we go with the self-confidence formula. Seek outward expression through which the desire may be transmuted into reality. I knew, this is Ann McNeill talking now, I know that self-suggestion is a powerful factor in building character. that it is, in fact, the sole principle through which character is built. With this knowledge of the principle of mind operation, I was fairly well armed with the equipment needed in rebuilding my character. In these imaginary council meetings, I called on my cabinet members for the knowledge I wished each to contribute, addressing myself to each member in audible words as follows. Now, I'm not going to read that, but what jumped out at me as I was reading this is that I listen to a TEDx every morning based upon the 10 categories of my life. So each month I do, start with January, spiritual, and all the way down to the last category, which is creativity. So I listen to a TEDx, and then I also listen to something motivational. Well, this particular auto-suggestion part in terms of how the sixth sense works for me and connecting pieces, I listened to, oh my gosh, what's his name from New York? And nobody really liked him back in the day. Oh my gosh, somebody help me from that week. I dropped it into WhatsApp and now I just lost his name. Oh, let me find it quickly. But anyway, as I'm listening to this, to him, it dawned on me that the reason why nobody could really receive him back in the day is because he was in the science of mind. He was in this philosophy. Oh, here he is. His name. Oh my goodness. Reverend Ike. Reverend Ike. Somebody.
Reverend Ike, yes.
Mom was a holiness minister, and man, if she caught us listening to Reverend Ike, we were in trouble. And it just dawned on me as I listen to him now, 30, 40 years later. He is right in Think and Grow Rich, and he even uses the words and the phrases and the philosophy and everything. And my point is this: as we, I can speak for myself. I can't speak for all of you. This is my aha from the reading. As I continue to live, and I think Peter Gates said it, not just reading these words, but as I continue to live and embody these words along with the word of God, I am now able better to connect the missing link. And I listened to Dr. I was going to say Miles Monroe, I listened to, but Myron Golden. And he has now separated his Bible study from his business teaching. But it was a process. And I just want to say this to encourage all of us, as you think about the character, Mr. Noel just said it too. When you think about the character that you want to embody, who are the people you want to read and study? So for me, at this point in my life of being in this book since 1979, December 31st, 9 p.m., I am now not just reading Napoleon Hill's book, but I am now reading his contemporaries. I am now reading who he read. I am now studying who he studied. And the same thing for many other people that are important in my journey based upon the skills that I want to grow in my life. So with all of that being said, I want to go back to something Carla said about inviting all of you to join us in January. The Black Friday BLKFRI code is still available. If you are serious about your life, even if you've never read this book, even if you don't even know what we're talking about, go to internationalmasterminders.com and register and begin the journey with us. Now, my commitment from last week for this organization, which is Think and Grow Rich International Masterminders, was to call at least 50 of you. Some of you are on the call, and you know I've called you. Maybe you didn't answer, but I left your voicemail message. I hit my goal. Oh, finally, I hit my goal. I called 50. So my commitment for next week is to call 50 more of you to join us. Because I want to take away every single excuse that you have when you complain about why things are not the way you want them to be. And it just might be you have not written on what you want. excited. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Amen.
I'm excited. I'm excited. So anyway, my commitment next week is to continue in this principle, but also keep my commitment to call another 50 of you to join us in January. And thank you, Beth, for allowing me to share. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was inspiring. Okay, we're looking for volunteers to help host the Friday Accountability Call. We will provide you with clear instructions, training, and a script to make it easy. If you're interested in volunteering, we would love to have you on board. And there was a young lady, and I'm not sure if she's on this call or if she's still participating, that her goal was to write a book. And she followed the Think and Grow Rich principles. And yesterday, as I was scrolling through my WhatsApp messages and just kind of browsing, I saw her name, her face, and her book cover where she has written her book. She has achieved that goal. And I believe she's a member of NABWIC. I'm not sure. She's not from my area, but kudos to her. And I'll say her name, Cheryl Locke. Kudos to Cheryl for stating her desires, following through, and making that happen. And that's a testimony to the words in this book. And so, with that being said, who would like to go next? Okay. Start your weekend with intention and inspiration by tuning into Think and Grow Rich Mastermind Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. This live session brings together like-minded individuals committed to applying the timeless principles of Think and Grow Rich to create success in every area of their lives. Whether you're looking to sharpen your focus, stay accountable, or elevate your mindset, this is your moment. Watch live on YouTube at McNeill, and please subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. Last announcements. Join us for the 2026 Think and Grow Rich Annual Accountability Meeting that's going to be held January 9th and 10th, 2026 at the Embassy Suites in Boca Raton, Florida. Kick off the year with clarity, connection, and accountability as you reflect on your goals, build your life report, and mastermind with purpose-driven leaders. Don't miss this transformative experience. All right. That's as you're looking on the screen, that's a registration flyer. It has a QR code there. Snap that code and get yourself registered. I'm planning on attending, and this is going to be a great meeting. All right. Now, do we have any new callers on the phone? If this is your first time, please come off mute, introduce yourself, and let us know where you're calling from, how you heard about this call, and what your takeaway has been. Any new callers?
Morning, my name is and I'm a participating caller. I have jumped on the call at 7 a.m. a few months ago, and it was on the computer. But now I'm on the phone line to my calling Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
All right, great. Thank you so much for calling. And if you could put your information in the chat, please. It was a little bit of a bad connection, so we couldn't hear very well. But if you would put your information, your name, your phone number in the chat, and then we can reach out to you and help to get you started on this great journey that we're all taking together. All right. Any?
Sorry, speakerphone. I didn't realize.
Okay, that is much better. Thank you.
Sorry. Yes. Good morning again. My name is Arlene Willis, calling from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
All right.
I heard about the call through Ann.
Well, thank you for joining us. If you heard about it through Ann, I'm sure that Ann has your contact information. So great. All right. And any last words from you today?
Yes, I want to go back to the young lady you mentioned that published the book. The book, she has been here for 30 years. Cheryl Locke has been here for 30 years. And I don't know if any of you saw the picture that I posted on LinkedIn where I found the picture from 2006 when we had our last annual meeting in the home of one of our members. And we knew at that point, because it was over 100 people that had come through that day, we knew it was time to move that meeting out of the home, and move it into a hotel. And if you look on that picture, we posted it. I know we posted on LinkedIn. I'm not sure if it's on Facebook. But we'll make sure, Michelle, we need to post it in the Think and Grow Rich group and on my personal and continually share it, because Cheryl Locke is in that picture. And many of you, some of you that's on this call, you were in that picture from 2006. But we have been here since 1980, because when I started reading the book in 79, I started sharing it with my church at Newburgh. And a large percentage of those women were from my church when we started our first Mastermind group. And I just want to say this because many of us, we are in this process for a very short time, and we get in and out and in and out. And guess what's going to happen? We got to mute somebody. Y'all got to help me out, please. Somebody is not on mute. All right. But anyway, I just want to say, as we prepare for the annual meeting, please know, if you say, I can't afford, I can't come, Friday is a free night. Friday is free. It's the founder's reception. It's free. Saturday, the Saturday discount is still available. And all you have to do when you go to register, look for the discount. The discount code is BLKFRI for Black Friday. BLKFRI for Black Friday. And I also want to mention too that Cheryl is also a part of our National Association of Black Women in Construction. Cheryl is also a mastermind group with Chris McCarran as a part of our Clarity Masterminders. And I want to thank you, Beverly, for acknowledging her. And I think maybe every week we should probably identify one person who's willing to put their information in the chat on the Think and Grow Rich Facebook group. And all you got to do is go to Facebook if you're on Facebook, and just put in Think and Grow Rich. How you will know you got the right group is to see a picture of all of us on the front header of that. But I also, before I finish, I want to remind everybody, please join us every Tuesday. I do a live Zoom every Tuesday at 9:30 Eastern, helping you learn how to write your annual report every Tuesday on Zoom. Now, if you don't have the link, every single week, all of you from us, every single week, then just come on YouTube. We play it live on YouTube. You can listen to all of the past ones that we've done. Because even if you don't come to the annual meeting, like someone said to me from Nigeria, hey, look, I'm not going to be able to come. What can I do? The book, How to Start and Run a Successful Mastermind Group, has the instructions on how to write your annual report. You see, the only reason a mastermind group is important is because it is your accountability on your annual report. And your annual report consists of your goals in the 10 areas of your life. So if you don't have written goals, you don't have an annual report. You don't have written goals in an annual report, then maybe the annual meeting for your life is not for you. And I'm getting at that age to where I'm no longer going to beg, plead, and prod people to do you. If you don't have a desire to do you, this is not for you. No, it's not. No. It used to be when I was down there begging people, plotting, free, and like my friend said, Les Brown said, Ann, stop giving everything away for free, because people don't respect what they don't pay for, and the more they pay attention. Well, we've reduced the price, the investment, and if it works for you, we'll see you. If it doesn't, then just continue to come on this call. All right, Bev, that's it for me. I'm a little excited this morning because I hit my goal.
Awesome.
tomorrow. Thank you, Bev, and everybody else.
That is great. With
Quick
that,
thing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
As Ms. Ann was talking about the annual meeting, if you don't have the funds, we do have a payment option available through Klarna. So that is a really good way to be able to attend the annual meeting. And I actually went through that program myself. My first payment is not until January. So that's just another option you have available.
Thank you for that, Michelle. And then one other thing, and you said the live Zoom on Tuesdays for the annual report. What was that time?
It's 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And what we will do, Bev, we will make sure we send out, and Michelle, if you can help us, everybody who's registered, you got to help somebody. That person does not know they're not muted. But anyway, Michelle, we have got to send out the notice, which I know we do, Bev, every week. And if most of you just go to your email and you search my name, you'll see every single day you have something for me. So it's really no excuse. But to take away the excuses, Bev, we got to send it again.
Okay.
How to write your annual report. Every Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern time on Zoom, if you want to be there live with us, or you can just listen on YouTube live every Tuesday until the annual meeting. After the meeting, that's it. I'm done. All right. Thank you, everybody. Everybody have a great day.
All right, everybody have a wonderful weekend and think, as Ann says, think and grow richer.